It's easy to think of Darth Sidious as a man who simply conquered through manipulation and cunning. But what if I told you that his rise was shaped by more than just his own brilliance? What if I said that Sidious's greatest lesson came not from his own victories, but from studying the downfall of another Sith Lord? One who in many ways was everything Sidious could never be. This is the story of how Darth Malgus's failure became Darth Sidious's blueprint for galactic domination. Darth Malgus was a Sith unlike any other, a juggernaut of raw, unfiltered power. On the battlefield, there was no one like him. He was unstoppable, driven by fury, fueled by rage. His most famous moment? The day he led the assault on the Jedi Temple during the sacking of Coruscant, a devastating blow to the Republic. For Malgus, anger wasn't a weakness, it was everything. He believed that by surrendering fully to the dark side's rage, he would become the ultimate Sith, and in some ways, he did. He tore through armies, destroyed enemies with ease, and built a reputation as one of the most feared Sith Lords in history. But here's the question. If Malgus was so powerful, why did he never rise to rule the galaxy? Why, despite his strength and ambition, did he fail? The answer lies in a single critical oversight, a flaw that Malgus couldn't see, but Sidious did. From the early days of his Sith apprenticeship, Darth Sidious studied Darth Malgus. Not just his victories, but the way Malgus wielded his power. At first glance, Malgus seemed invincible. His submission to the dark side made him a force of nature, but Sidious saw something else, something lurking beneath the surface. Malgus's unrestrained fury made him powerful, yes, but it also made him predictable. His anger was wild, uncontrollable, and though it gave him immense strength, it left him vulnerable. Malgus believed that surrendering to rage would make him unstoppable. But Sidious knew better. He understood that power wasn't about surrender, it was about control. Sidious later wrote about this distinction in the Book of Anger. He described anger as a vital gate, a force that if channeled properly could become an unstoppable weapon. But if left unchecked, it could just as easily destroy its wielder, and that's exactly what happened to Malgus. He believed anger was enough. Sidious realized that it wasn't. For Malgus, the moment of reckoning came when he attempted to create a new Sith Empire. After the supposed death of the Sith Emperor, Malgus saw an opportunity. He declared himself Emperor, gathered followers, and created a new empire, which he declared would be free of the infighting of the Dark Council. It was a bold move, but it was also reckless. Malgus, blinded by his own ambition and anger, believed that strength alone would be enough. He underestimated the complexities of power, the need for strategy, for manipulation, for control. Both the Sith Empire and the Republic saw Malgus as a threat, and while Malgus fought with everything he had, in the end, it wasn't enough. His new Sith Empire collapsed before it could really begin. Malgus's reliance on brute force and his complete submission to rage led him down a path of destruction. He believed that raw power was the key to ruling, but Sidious saw the truth. Malgus revealed to Sidious that raw power and anger could only take you so far. Strength might win battles, but it would never win the galaxy. Malgus's philosophy was based on submission. He believed that by surrendering to the dark side, by letting his emotions dictate his actions, he would rise to ultimate power. But Sidious saw the flaw in this thinking. Unchecked rage made Malgus predictable, it made him vulnerable. Sidious learned that to truly wield power, one must master it, not submit to it. Anger wasn't something to surrender to, it was a tool to be used with precision. Sidious's control over his emotions became his greatest weapon. The lesson that Sidious took from Malgus's downfall, the secret that would shape the course of galactic history. Power isn't about how much you have, it's about how well you control it. Sidious learned that power wasn't something you won on the battlefield, it was something you cultivated, something you manipulated, something you controlled. Sidious didn't need to be the strongest Sith. He didn't need to win every battle. What he needed was to control every move, and that's exactly what he did, playing the long game, manipulating the galaxy from the shadows, controlling every aspect of his ascent. Malgus's failure became Sidious's greatest strength, and it's that strength that changed the fate of the galaxy forever. If you found the story of how Sidious learned from Malgus's failure as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss our deep dives into Star Wars lore. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and let us know which Sith Lords or stories you would like us to explore next. Until next time, may the dark side be with you.